Sometimes it's never an A to B linear progression. We are open to serendipitous opportunities. This external love is ricocheting back toward me. Compare yourself to this higher version of yourself. We're all a separate wave. Don't take yourself for granted, but look at these waves. They're all tumbling and turning together. Hello, and thank you for joining me yet again for Pat Nash talking raw to the camera without a script or any preconceived idea of what I'm going to be talking about. This is just a continuous flow of consciousness. Any thoughts and ideas that come to mind, I'll speak. This truly does come from the heart, through the mind, and evidently through my mouth. But one big thing, I should say, that has happened to me this week is I've moved out of a house I was staying for the past 4 months. So I decided to move to a new part of my country. And I decided to do this because I know that jumping into the vast unknown, taking a risk, is one of the best things that anyone can do for their progress in life, whether that be their personal life, their spiritual life, their business life, or a life in relationships. And the way I see it is that by taking these risks, by taking a jump into this vast unknown, we are taking steps into a new version of ourselves. Now, you may have been able to visualize this version of yourself earlier. You may have preempted this idea of who it is you're stepping into. And you may be just embodying this visualization of who you see yourself to be 5 years, 3 months, a week from now. And by embodying these ideas, by embodying this version of you that you see yourself becoming, you will undoubtedly achieve every goal, every achievement that this person has achieved. Now, I can speak from experience. A few years ago, I moved to Indonesia. I went there for 6 months to a place called Sumatra. And I was there for 6 months. And that was the first time that I'd really taken a long break from the reality that I was so accustomed to. And I remember sitting in a room and thinking, okay, you know what, Pat? 5 years from now, you're going to have changed your life. So I built this vision of myself. I began embodying exactly what this version of Pat would be doing every single day. That included getting up at 5 a.m., doing routines that would only lead me in the direction of achieving this higher version of myself. And guess what? Within a couple of years, I managed to achieve this version of myself 3 years earlier than what I had initially planned, or which I had initially thought even possible. So, taking a step into the vast unknown is so important for growth. And anyone can do this. It may look different for you. The way I see it is like a sea. You know, we don't see any waves going backwards, unless, of course, they ripple off each other and go backwards in that sense. But they're continuously going forward, whether or not they do ripple off something. It's continuous motion going forward. And no two waves are the same. My motion in the risks I'm taking to progress my life is going to be very different to what yours is, and to what the next person's will be. So don't compare yourself. Do not compare yourself. If you're going to be comparing yourself, compare yourself to this higher version of yourself, because this higher version of yourself is the person that you want to be embodying. They're going to be looking back at you and saying, okay, is the thing you're doing right now really helping you achieve who I am, who you are meant to be. Now, arguably, we're meant to be the person that we are in the present right now. I'm being the best version of myself that I can possibly be to myself, to people around me, people that I love, and to my environments. And I know by doing this, I am receiving the fruits of their love. This external love is ricocheting back toward me. I'm soaking up love everywhere I look, because I know that from the deepest part of my heart, I'm putting love out there in so many different ways. So we're moving forward. Now, sometimes a step forward may not feel like that. You know, sometimes, okay, let's say for example, there have been times where I've had to move back into my mum's house. And I wasn't sure of myself at that time. This is many years before I really started embodying this higher version of myself. And because I was thinking in that way, because I was thinking, oh no, this is a step backwards, everything else that happened to me within that time frame wasn't empowering me. It wasn't it wasn't gravitating, it wasn't magnetizing energies that were going to help me. This frame set, this mind, this idea of taking a step backwards rather than seeing it as a step forward was attracting those negative energies. So moving forward should never be seen as a step backward. It should always be seen as a step forward. There's a reason we have to go into this new situation. You know, sometimes it's never an A to B linear progression. I mean, first of all, what a boring journey that would be, right? You may have seen a diagram where there's a ball rolling down a decline. And then there's another ball that decides to take a more twisted, more bumpy road. And the funny thing is, when both balls are going down at the same time, the ball that's taken the bumpy road arrives first. So we could see this as the A to B linear progression for the straight ball and the disjointed, the mountainous curves that we need to overcome and work through to achieve our goals. They're going to help us get them there faster. And by taking this bumpy road, we are open to serendipitous opportunities. Opportunities that we would have never been able to manifest, that we would have never been able to foresee if we just decide to click our fingers and appear at that highest version of ourselves. We would not have been ready to embody that particular person. So taking a chance, taking a risk, and flipping the script, changing your life is such an important part in growth. And I'm going to say it again and again because it's something I've started embodying, and only then did I start seeing incredible shifts in my own life, in my own present life. And the foreseeable future looks much more fruitful than what it did than when I was looking at life from a place of scarcity. I now see it as abundance, and not just for myself. I see it as abundance for everyone. I am so grateful to see my clients achieve abundance, to see them achieve whether it be views on a particular video, reaching hundreds of thousands of views, reaching thousands of followers, reaching thousands of dollars, succeeding in their business. And even just the simple idea of showing up for their family, being the protector as a father perhaps, being a provider, being a mother that can really share her experience in telling the world on what it takes to be a strong, passionate mother in a world that is full of chaos and a few families that tend to run this whole joint. So the unknown is an incredible place. And coming back to my experience, in particular this week, I've had to shift. I'm shifting away from a family that I've been living with. We all love each other. There was no negative emotions involved. It was a beautiful time with each other, but I do believe families deserve family time, and I deserve my time. I'm a very determined person, and sometimes distractions throw me off that path of focus. And by separating myself from others for particular times, and when I say particular times, this particular time in my life, this era where I know I've got so much to give, this is a great time for me to be living alone, living as somewhat of a hermit, and to really bring about more fruits to everyone else, to share my thoughts, to share my ideas, to hopefully encourage others to start showing up online and to being the best versions of themselves that they can possibly be. Because that's what everyone has, this ability to share with the world what it means to be a good person and to share this value that you have. Don't take yourself for granted. Never take yourself for granted. You know more than what you think. And if you can tell others, well, if you can talk to the camera, first of all, in a way that the camera is a version of you from 2 years ago, gosh, a year ago, 3 months. If you can talk to a past version of yourself and truly encourage them, truly influence them to start doing something different, to make a shift in their life, to move on, to take a step forward, to jump into the unknown. If you can be the encouragement for that person, truly, you will reach the hearts of others. And hey, if you've made it this far, perhaps I've done something for you, and that makes me forever grateful. That's all I want. That's why these videos are up on YouTube, because I don't want there to be a paywall blocking you from connecting with me. This is something that helps me grow a community that I can thrive in, and a community that you can thrive in, so that we can thrive together. Why just survive when we can thrive? And like the ocean, we're all a separate wave. But look at these waves. They're all tumbling and turning together. This collective consciousness that we're in, it's a part of a much bigger thing. Now, there's no right answer to what that may be. Some may say God. Some may say the universe. Some may say the matrix. Some may say this simulation that we're all a part of. Ultimately, I think that we're all part of a thing that has manifested different versions of itself to experience itself. I am you, you are me. You are sitting here listening to this so that you can learn from yourself. Perhaps it was just a small part of what I've said to really understand something about you. And honestly, sometimes the things that come out of my mouth as I'm speaking, especially without having this scripted, catch me off guard. And that's the beautiful thing about really channeling in to your inner self and being able to talk about something. In this case, it's moving on and jumping into the unknown. So if I were to leave you with anything today, it would be this. Remember this one thing. Do not look at any situation as a step backwards. See it as a step forward. Because you are stepping in to a new version of yourself that is now capable of understanding what the past self was. And if you're able, in this new version, to reflect upon who you once were, you have a power that the 99% do not have. You have a power to reflect, improve, and begin embodying who you are truly meant to be as you walk along your highest path. So it's time to start smashing those glass ceilings. It's time to start jumping toward the stars, because landing on the moon isn't that bad. Take a step forward. You don't need to move houses to do this. But take a step forward. This could be building a new habit. You want to start doing yoga. Roll out the yoga mat the night before, put it beside your bed, throw off the sheets, roll onto the yoga mat first thing in the morning, and start that habit. You do not need to move out of a house to make a new step forward. It's never a step back. So, I'm going to leave it right there. But first, as always, let's have 3 deep breaths together and close our eyes to truly begin embodying everything that moving out really means, that moving forward really means. The highest path requires you to begin embodying the highest version of yourself. By taking the right steps today, the right steps forward, you can begin this journey right now. Remember, that is all we're doing, remembering. Remembering where we came from, why we're here, and who we're supposed to be. You are perfect just as you are now. So begin to take notice of the things that you do in everyday life and question whether this is for the highest version of yourself or a lower frequency version of yourself. Perhaps you may choose the lower frequency, but remember, it's okay. It's still a step forward. You are capable of amazing things. Truly amazing things. And if you start embodying those amazing things right now, you will change the world around you in ways that you could never foresee. You are worthy, you are amazing, and you are love. Okay. Thank you all once again so much for joining me. It's always a strange thing talking to the camera without a script. And honestly, I don't know which direction it's going to go half the time. But I know that if I keep following this continuous conscious thought process, that it will guide me in the right direction. One thing that does help me is I'll hold myself a little cacao ceremony. It's something I've been doing recently, and that really helps me tune in. So perhaps give that a crack. Either way, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you. If you like this video, it will help push my channel toward others, and give it a little subscribe and tick the little notification button so you know when a new video is coming up. Every Saturday, you'll receive one of these videos. Once again, I appreciate you to the moon and back. You are truly amazing. And I'll see you next week. Go out there and play. Go have a good time. Go be kind to people. Bless you all. Mwah.